You ready, Skylar? Skylar, are you with us? Yes. Okay, guys, hands up top. Okay, when I say hands up top, that means I need your undivided attention. We had problems with Miss Donaldson earlier, being too chatty. We've had problems the last few days being too chatty. So as soon as I say that, everybody needs to be focused on me. Is that understood?
Yeah.
Okay, today in science, what were we talking about yesterday? Does anybody remember? Nobody remembers what we talked about yesterday in science. Nakia, ecosystems. Can anybody give me a definition of what an ecosystem is? Brooks, are you still thinking? David, go ahead.
Like a form of nature, like land.
All right. Sophie, sorry.
Like things or animals that interact with each other in a certain area or place.
We can stop there. That's a great definition. So it's animals and what else did you say?
Just things.
Animals and things that interact with each other in a certain place. An ecosystem is a community of living organisms in conjunction with non-living components of their environment. So things like air, water, and minerals and soils interacting as a system. All right, so we're going to draw a T-chart. Does anybody know what a T-chart is? Do you know what a T-chart is?
A T-chart is a chart, and it has a line in the middle, and then has two topics on top of it.
All right, draw one for me. Use the whole board, please.
Can I use a different color?
Pick a color quickly. Okay, so a T-chart, what Leah said is we're going to have, Chris, can you sit next to Sam or no? Draw the whole page. So we're going to have two different categories. Today our categories are going to be living and non-living organisms. And what we're going to do is Leah is going to write down, Leah, sorry about that, you did great. But let's write living here, and then non-living next to it. And then I didn't want pink. All right, that's fine. So we'll do living and then write non-living here. Okay, if we're talking about, let's say that we're talking about the Rocky Mountain ecosystem. Let's think about some things that, let's first do living things that we would see in the Rocky Mountains. And Kaya, can you write deer down for us? Yes. Bikia, what's another living thing? Bears. Two E's, correct. Let's let Leah keep writing. Oh, good job, Leah. You're going fast.
I know what one is.
All right, Jimmy.
Us.
Yeah, that's true.
Us.
People, humans, whatever you like.
People.
Marley, what's another one?
Like
Birds. All right, and Rory.
News.
Ooh, that's a good one. And we'll do two more. Abby.
Wolves.
Yeah, that's a good
No,
one.
that's actually not in Colorado.
You know, coyote, we could probably say.
Coyotes.
Yes, coyotes. So, well, wolf would be...
In Montana.
The wolves could be in the Rocky Mountains, but they're up towards Montana and Wyoming. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yep. You can say wolf. That's fine. Yep. Bighorn sheep. That's the last one.
This is spelled with a U.
Guys, it's okay.
That's a mouse.
Put it in the middle.
Mouse.
Hey, there's also a mouse in the Rocky Mountains. And then bighorn sheep.
What about the world? What about the ghost of Pike?
Okay,
Nice.
now let's do some non-living things. Kia,
Rocks.
rocks? Are rocks living?
No.
Okay. Plants would be for the living.
Yeah,
Hey, let's put
yeah.
plants, okay?
Plastic
And then
plant.
let's go back to the non-living. Alright, David, something else that's non-living.
Dinosaurs.
No, come on, let's not be silly. Let's think
Dinosaurs
about like
actually are real.
actual. So I mean, you could say maybe fossils.
Yeah.
I mean, we've seen. Alright, so let's Skylar.
Plant. Plastic leaves.
Wait, what?
Plastic grass.
Leaves are not living because if leaves are on the trees, let's say so fallen leaves we could say are non-living.
Yeah.
Trees are. Saying trees are.
Sam, why are you doing that right now? Sam, can you do that after we're done, please? Alright, what's another non-living thing, Molly? But, I mean, let's think about things that are, if we were out in the woods, let's think about some non-living things, right? Brooke,
So how about saber tooth?
alright, so once again,
That's
that's
a
kind of being,
fossil.
that's kind of being,
Oh, a rock.
we have said a rock. What about Rory?
Okay, dirt.
Dirt, that's a very good one.
Dirt.
I'm looking for another really important non-living thing that you would probably see. It's in clouds usually. Why don't we say water? Okay, can you sit down, please? Good job, thank you.
What about land?
That's kind of a given.
What about
All right, we're good, guys, right now for that. Let's move on to the next thing. All right. Hey, guys, I'm the only one that should be talking right now. What are some unique characteristics of our ecosystem, the Rocky Mountains? Molly?
a lot of trees?
Okay, that's a good one. Sophie? Oh, Kia, go ahead. We have lots of snow. What's another word for that? Precipitation. Good job. Brooks?
Lots of lakes and water.
Yeah, good. So we have a lot of lakes, waters, rivers. Jake?
The desert habitat.
That's very interesting. Because you wouldn't necessarily think that, but we're actually really, we're actually,
It's a lot of precipitation, but in the plains
Oh, the
area,
Great Sand Dunes?
in the plains area, it's the desert.
so we have a lot of dry areas. We really don't get that much precipitation. Good point, Jake. All right, anything else unique about, Garrett, go put a check on the board. David, you're lucky. What's one other thing that's unique? Leah,
About
yes.
that people come here to ski.
Okay, because the mountains, it's mountainous. All right. All right. Interaction. What does interaction mean? David,
To do something with something.
to do something with something. All right, what's some other definitions? Go ahead, Mom. Abby, I'm so sorry. Looking at Abby and calling you Mom.
To use something. Like use a pencil to write, or like you push a lever to
Okay, but not
open up
exactly what I'm looking for,
a
but
secret staircase.
Jake, what do you think?
Like how clownfish give the sea anemone food and the sea anemone gives the clownfish.
So, Jake did a really good job telling us these two different animals are interacting with each other. When they're interacting with each other, Jake, do they both benefit from that interaction? Is that always the case? Okay, guys, just quietly turn around and look at the board.
It's birds with wings. Leaves on them.
Quietly.
Birds with wings.
Okay, hands up top. I want everybody looking at me now. tell me, what is that a picture of? Sydney.
A bird.
So the bird is having an interaction with the worm. Is this a positive interaction?
No,
Yeah.
it's a negative interaction.
Can be.
Who said that? Raise your hand, please, but tell me why you think it can be.
It's for the bird. It's good. The bird is good because the worm is not.
So it's a positive interaction for the worm,
No,
bird, but it's not a positive interaction. It's probably a negative interaction for the worm.
What if it was a negative interaction for the bird?
Okay. Here's another question that I have for you guys. Can living things have interactions with non-living things? Raise your hand.
Well, we're all reading non-living.
Marley.
Bananas are living.
Okay. Bananas, as soon as they're picked, they're not living. They're
Yeah,
living.
they're not living.
Okay. All right. Tell me another interaction with a living and non-living thing. Chris.
Dogs with bones. Oh.
Okay.
Or the ground.
Jake, what's another one?
Animals need to drink water and breathe air, and plants, and after that, non-living things also interact with nothing on it.
Okay.
Which is like a plant.
I have something.
Plant should be living though, right? Because it has cells and. All right. One more. Jimmy.
When you do anything, you're interacting with the thing you're interacting with.
All right.
So if I walk, I'm interacting with the world.
All right, Jimmy, sit down, please. All right, so give me some examples of interactions in the Rocky Mountain. You guys can also like look at the board and think about like what does a deer interact with. Garrett,
Trees drinking water.
good. That's a great interaction.
The tree
Alright.
crushes a goat.
Jimmy, you're this close to getting a check. Molly, go ahead.
You encountering a bear.
Now, do you guys think that would be a positive or a negative interaction?
Negative.
Negative.
We're not
Alright.
talking about
Yeah.
A bird interacting with soil.
It's another good one. All right. Last question. Can you guys tell me some other ecosystems? Jake mentioned one earlier that we have the Rocky Mountains, and then we also have. Go ahead, Kia. Deserts, yeah. What is another one? David.
jungle.
A jungle, yeah. All right. Rory.
One interaction can be
Now we're talking about different ecosystems. So what would be it?
another ecosystem. In Colorado.
David, put a check. You're not paying attention.
Wait, in Colorado.
Anywhere.
So there can be there can be snowstorms.
No, that's like a weather pattern. Sophie.
Maybe like in water or like in the sea or
So like
ocean.
maybe like a coastline or a coral reef could be an example of an ecosystem in the ocean. Abby, last one.
I have one for the living interaction with the non-living.
Okay, we're done with that. So either give me an ecosystem or let's keep moving. Jake, do you have one? Okay. All right, guys. I'm going to break you guys off into your teams. Everybody remember what teams you're in?
Yeah.
Okay, if not, where are you going to look? Very good. What does it mean to be an expert? We should know this from when we studied our organs. Sydney.
Being like knowing everything about a certain thing or like a certain thing, being an expert on it, things like you know about it, you know a lot about it, and
All right, so each team member needs to be an expert on one ecosystem. What I'm going to have, I have a bunch of little bags, and basically what we're doing is this is like your plane ticket to go to this ecosystem. So when I'm going to have you guys pick 2 different ecosystems that you might want to do, but you can only have one expert for each ecosystem in your group. So when you get back with your groups, you need to decide who's going to do what. Is that understood?
Wait, then,
So, go ahead, Brooks.
because only those people have to be the experts on it. Or
So each person, there's 4 or 5 people in your group, correct? There's about 8 to 10 different ecosystems. So each person in your group has to do a different ecosystem. So there might be an expert in another group doing the same ecosystem as you. Kia.
Since if we have 4 people in our group, since there's going to be like 8 to 10 ecosystems, does each person have 2 ecosystems or just?
So the reason I want you guys to pick 2, and in case somebody else picked the same one as you, does that make sense? So then you're going to have to decide between the 2 of you guys who's going to do what. Jake, last question.
Well, I was just wondering, would it make more sense if we had like one whole group focus on a certain ecosystem and then
No, not today. But that was a good idea. All right, guys, before I dismiss you guys, what do we do every time before we start a lesson? What is the first thing we do before we start a science lesson? Marley. Read the directions. Marley, if we give out stars, I should probably start giving out stars. I'll give you a star for that because you answered it the first time. So the first thing we do before we get going is read the directions. Okay, listen. All right, guys. Also, this is very important. We're going to skip number 3 and 7 in the directions. The reason we're going to do this is because I really didn't like the questions that they asked. I would really like to focus on the other questions. So, if anybody is working on 3 and 7, I'm going to ask you to give yourself a check for not following directions. Is that understood?
Yes.
All right. Before we start the video, there are 3 things I want us to do, and this is the order that we want to do them. The first thing we're going to do is we're going to pick the tickets. The tickets are on my desk. I need to move them to the back table. I should have done that before we started, so sorry about that. The second thing we're going to do, once you pick your, let me say everything first and then ask questions. The second thing we're going to do is we're going to go back into our groups and we're going to just read the directions for the lesson. The third thing we're going to do is we're going to draw the chart on page 25. After we do that, we should be ready to watch the movie. I think we should be able to do everything in 7 minutes. So in 7 minutes, by the time I dismiss you guys, you have 7 minutes to first pick an ecosystem, second, get with your group, read the directions, and finally draw the chart on page 25.
It's in here already.
Oh, now you guys have 5 minutes. That's really good news, Miss Jones. Thank you. All right. Before we watch the video, well, guys, I should explain this. We're watching a video that's going to go over every single ecosystem. So when you're watching the video, do you think if you're gazing off and staring out the window, how are you going to know when your ecosystem's coming up?
Plus, it's fast. It goes really, really
You're not.
fast.
So you have to pay attention the whole time to the video. And be on your toes so you know when your part's coming so you can get ready to take notes. All right. Sydney.
The back tables were grouped 3 sets.
Great. All right. Guys, before I dismiss you, we're going to try this. The word of the day is interaction. So when I say interaction, you guys are all dismissed to go do the 3 steps that I told you to do. Can somebody tell me in order the 3 steps that I asked you to do? Sophie.
You're supposed to take and get a ticket off the back table and then choose your ecosystem. And then you're supposed to reread the directions.
And the last thing that we don't have to do anymore was draw a chart. But Miss Jones was smart enough to correct me on that. Brooks, any questions?
Well, in the instructions, we don't read 3 and 7.
3 and 7, that's right. So that can
Skylar, are
take
you
the
listening?
place to draw a
Doesn't
chart.
look like it.
Skylar, can you tell me the 3 things that we need to do?
Get a sheet to tell what ecosystem you're in.
Great. What do we do in science first before we do anything else?
Listen to the
Read the directions.
Mhm.
And Brooks just said the last thing.
don't do 3 or 7.
3 or 7. Kia, do you have a question?
Yeah, I'm confused about the tickets.
I have to go grab them, but what are you confused about?
Would they have like the ecosystem already that you want to do on it, or
So what you need to do is look at the different kinds of ecosystems and pick which one you want. So there's like the Sahara Desert, there's the coral reefs, so there's different systems.
wait? So when you're taking, when we're taking our notes, we're putting them on this.
That is correct, and it's in your binder. All right, one more question. Molly,
Just to make it clear, so we get travel to get to the back of the at the back table, and they will have the ecosystem that we're supposed to be looking at in the video.
that's correct. Kia, what is it?
So you said we're gonna choose 2 ecosystems.
The reason I want you to pick 2 is in case, so get 2 tickets in case somebody has the same ticket as you in your group. Can you guys, all right, the word of the day is interaction. Go.
What was the word of the day? Last one there is long.
No, it wasn't.
Who has my pencil? Sydney?
I should
You left your book here. Yeah. Both of your books. Sydney's not you.
Everybody needs to pick their own.
4th graders, how about this? I want you to get with your groups so that there's not a massive, everybody stop.
Guys, hands up top.
That means
Okay, please get with your groups first, and I'm going to, you guys can start reading your directions, and I will pick a group to go to the table. Go quickly.
Ready?